What up, guys? My name is Mailbox, and today I've got something really sweet for you guys. For the past week or so, I've been in touch with an actor who you all have probably heard of by now. His name is James C. Burns, and he plays the major Call of Duty badass, Sergeant Frank Woods in the Black Ops series. Last weekend, I was able to interview him with a guy named Nick, and I'm really grateful that I was able to do this. I mean, it was an awesome opportunity. It was my first ever interview, and Burns is honestly a really cool guy. So without further ado, enjoy.
What's up, guys? It's Nick here, and I'm here with my buddy LonelyMailbox, and we're here with a very special guest today. His name is James C. Burns. You guys best know him as Sergeant Frank Woods from the Call of Duty Black Ops series. He's also been in a lot of movies such as Transformers, At Silver Falls, and a zombie film by the name of Dead Season. He's got a war film titled Blackjacks coming out in 2013. It's really awesome that we're here with him. I still can't believe I'm saying this, but here's James Burns, Frank fucking Woods.
Frank fucking Woods. Dude, you like read my entire, what, you went to my IMDb and stole all that shit down there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you did your research. I appreciate that a lot. It's nice to have people know little tidbits about me so I can talk more freely.
Well, thanks again for doing this. It's awesome for you to just come right out into the community. We don't get this much from the big people, within the developers and that kind of stuff, or even the actors. So it's awesome that you're here, and we're definitely grateful for it.
So Burns, I think it's pretty cool that you just started posting on your YouTube channel. You've had it for a while, and you're scheduling interviews like this one in order to actually interact with the Black Ops 2 fans. I mean, did you choose to do this, or were you kind of encouraged by your guys at Treyarch? Like what's that all about?
It wasn't encouraged by Treyarch. And take this the right way, man. I love you guys. I mean, every time I go to an event, like a Comic-Con, I have 3,000-4,000 kids line up, and I just enjoy enthusiasm. I love you guys, man. You're a great community, and it's fun to interact with you cats. That's all. I wanted to reach out and see who you guys are, because every time I've had an experience with somebody, especially from the YouTube community, it's been great, man. The interactions have always been fun and interesting, and I get to meet really interesting folks, and you're no different than that.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like Nick said, we don't get that too much often from the people in the companies and stuff. So I think that's cool that you're doing that.
Well, let me set it up for you, because what's going on too is this: there really hasn't been an actor that's had like a complete character like I've had. You have voice guys and you have stunt guys, but I'm like the first character that's been unified. Voice, body, face, all captured at once, just like a movie. So I think you can tell me and Woods are a lot alike in many ways. So I'm the first living creature that can be sort of touched by the fans of the game. I actually exist almost. So it jumps that barrier between the developers and the fans, because I can talk to you guys. I think like Woods thinks. I kind of move like he moves, so you're getting an interaction with kind of a surreal character in real time. You follow me? So there hasn't been this possibility before, I don't think. I mean, you have guys who are sort of like done aspects of the game, but I'm kind of like I've been built like this completed version of something.
It's just, I thought it was cool that, you just came out of nowhere. I mean, I found your channel one night, and it's already blown up so much, and I think that the community really enjoys you being around.
Well, good. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad, and I have an open invitation. I enjoy the interaction, and I answer as many comments and emails as I can. So and there's thousands, dude. There's thousands. Oh my God. I fucked up. I left the send me an email when you have a comment box checked, and then within the first, I had 10,000 emails. I mean, literally, I had 10,000 emails. I was like, oh my God, what am I? It's like hours just going through my email box trying to get through stuff.
So do you know anything about? I mean, do you when you were filming Black Ops 1? Did you have any idea of what Black Ops 2 was going to be like? Are you given the entire storyline kind of up front, or do you learn as you go along and film the scenes?
That's yes and that's no. I was working on Black Ops for 18 months. I stepped into it, and we had different character names. We shot a whole bunch of levels that not only didn't make the game, but never made into the actual, because we had two separate shoots. We had the testing shoot where we built the performance capture technique, and then we had a whole, we shot like 3 levels there, and none of those made it into the game. and then nothing. They actually made it into the final script, and then the script is in constant evolution. Things work, things don't work. Activision signs off on something, then they say no, you can't do that. No, you can't. You can't use the word chink. You can't use the word gook. Okay, and those are things that came out of your mouth while you're doing this stuff. So you have to go back and change a few things. So it's a living document. It's in constant evolution. So do I know the whole story? Coming into Black Ops 2, I did. Dave Anthony, who is the writer, the master of the show, I should say, we sat down last February, and he said, "I want to tell you the story." And it took him 2.5 hours to give me bullet points at lunch. We sat there and just talked. Here's what's going to happen. Here's how it's going to happen. And he broke it down. And so I had a really good idea what the story was about. And then as the scripts started coming in, they kept expanding things, and things are changing and evolving. And they have some new technology they're going to incorporate in the actual creating of the game. So they get to do more things. They expanded on some parts, and they kind of jettisoned others. So yes and no. Yeah, I know the overall story, but the scene by scene stuff, I pretty much get it 2 or 3 days before we shoot it.
Okay. Well, about the technology that you said you have to use to create the actual game,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of new stuff that we're going to be seeing in Black Ops 2, new technology, a new setting. How does that affect the way that you have to act and perform in the studio? I mean, are there a bunch of new props and new things that you actually have to do, or is it pretty much the same as a Black Ops 1?
I think if you go on one of the videos on my channel, I do a little tour of the prop truck. I mean, I plastic guns. They have I have a box. My Jeep was made out of 2 boxes and a steering wheel. It doesn't change the performance element. What changes is the amount of detail that's being captured. So they increase the number of dots on my face. They make them small. It's like a pixel, right? So they capture more of my body. They have a more fluid capture system. So as their technology to capture the information increases, all that does just means you have a more accurate and more fluid picture of the scene that they're recording. You follow me? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
It doesn't affect me at all. I still hit my mark and say my line,
One of the most interesting things about this terminal in Black Ops, which was on the main menu, you would get up and walk around, and there's a bunch of hidden emails. And one of the most looked at ones is an email that mentions that Woods has been imprisoned in the Hanoi Hilton. Will this be expanded on in Black Ops 2?
Well, first off, do you know what the Hanoi Hilton is?
Oh yeah, it's a prison, and a bunch of GIs got pretty fucked up there, and yeah. There's a lot of history there. They love playing with history. They love things historical. And yes, it will feed into Black Ops 2. So yes, it will. Exactly how, I can't tell you yet, but there is a feeder into it.
All right, well, I got a question. As far as the technology in the campaign goes, do you know if we're gonna have a lot more access to it? Is a lot of our playtime gonna be in machines, or is there still gonna be mainly gun on gun battlefield action?
Yes, you're going to have all the options you've had from the games before. Plus, there's one really neat innovation that will, again, it's going to be, you're going to have a weapons option that is a first of its kind. And it's actually a weapon that's being used right now in Afghanistan. And if you were to take this particular weapon from Afghanistan and extrapolate, 20 years into the future, this is what it would be like. But yes, you're going to have a whole new weapons system opportunity in this game. We're all over the world again. We go everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere. And you had the spy plane. You had the helicopter, right? In Black Ops. That is just the tip of the frickin' iceberg.